All right, everybody. Dr. Fauci says that COVID-19 vaccine seems to be less effective against the new mutant virus. Did I not predict this, ladies and gentlemen? Did I not tell you this was coming in my Super COVID-20 video? Yes. Let's take a gander down below and see what we have here. Dr. Anthony Fauci led his first COVID-19 press conference for the Biden administration on Thursday. Asked about newly confirmed President Joe Biden's directive to be completely transparent, Fauci called it liberating. Yeah. The nation's foremost infectious disease expert then went on to confirm that while the United States may be seeing a plateauing of its COVID-19 numbers, new emerging virus mutations were concerning. Why is this not to surprise me? I mean, we were talking about this in numerous other videos about how this was just a way to keep the lockdown going, perpetuating it. The much talked about UK variant, dubbed B117 by scientists, prompted a month-long shutdown in that country and has been in about 20 states. Really? You couldn't do a better job writing that deadline? Seriously? Has been found in 20 states, discovered, monitored? No. They're just going to write it like they're a fifth grader. It is here for sure, said Fauci. Yeah, for sure. I was going to touch upon this in a video a few weeks back about how this guy could have shut down the border with UK, kind of like how we did with China. But no, he didn't tell Trump to do anything. Because if you remember correctly, Fauci was basically, him and Pence were running the show on Corona. And now we have this virus running around along with L452R and all these other damn viruses. What do we have here? Let's just scroll down a little bit. The South African mutant dubbed 501 V2. Isn't that like a really cheap shampoo you can get for like $1 at the dollar store? Anyway, so you got 501.V2 is having an effect on the monoclonal antibodies used to treat COVID-19, he observed. Fauci said that in the face of 501v2, vaccine effectiveness is diminished, but still effective. See, this is what I'm talking about. You go get your vaccine, you think everything's hunky-dory, everything's fine. They tell you, oh, you still got to wear your mask, you still got to do 6 feet of social distancing. What's the point of getting the damn thing? They don't know if this thing prevents you from carrying the virus, but you don't get sick. They don't know what it really does. But what it does do is it'll turn your proteins, it'll mutate them to have spikes, and your body's response is to make antibodies and destroy these cells. Well, these are cells that are already in your body. So they're turning cells within the human body into enemy combatants. And this is why some people have been having adverse reactions, autoimmune responses that have killed some people. And there's even cells that are in the face muscles that have caused paralysis. And in some people, it looks like Bell's palsy, so it's pretty ridiculous. And now they're telling you that this thing might be less effective. It says right here, it says the vaccine might fall from 95% effective to 80%. Yeah, 80%. So that's, what is that basically? Basically 1 out of 4 chance. No, I'm sorry. It's basically 3 out of 4 chance it'll still work. And what are we talking about? The administration is prepared in case a vaccine-resistant variant takes hold. There are alternative plans if we ever have to modify the vaccine, said Fauci. Biden, according to Fauci, said he will use every facility, including the Defense Production Act. He will exercise all appropriate authority to increase supplies of mass vaccines and whatever is needed. Yeah, of course, they're already touting Biden as the hero. Trump already authorized that act a long time ago. The media was quiet about it. They didn't want anyone to give him praise. He was making masks and gowns and all sorts of things. He had Ford and GM, all these companies making ventilators. Fanfare for that was basically crickets from the media, so that's cool. That's fine. But now that Biden's interested in doing it, he's the hero. Yeah, and then Johnson & Johnson's making a more portable vaccine, it says here. You can read that down here, and I wouldn't trust much from Johnson & Johnson. They're the company that makes that baby powder that gives women ovarian cancer, so that's always lovely. What else do we have over yonder? One variant not mentioned was Cal.20C. Yeah, that's Cal 20C, identified in California. How many damn variants do we have in California? This is just getting ridiculous. I feel like this is just another way for Newsom to keep the businesses closed and keep everyone perpetually shut in their house. It's just lovely, and we got more here. If you want to read it, that's fine. I don't want to make this video any longer than it needs to be. I'm just blown away that we're looking at a situation where these vaccines are basically worthless, and Trump's going to get shat on by the media because they'll blame him if the vaccine becomes worthless. They'll blame him if there's any adverse effects. I mean, they're acting like Trump was in the White House basement, whipping up this vaccine. I mean, shit, are you kidding me? But, yeah, there's a lot of fear porn out there for you. Look at this. Growing fears over highly contagious COVID variants, and, it's just magical. Now, don't get me wrong. I think that the vaccine, if it does go to a 0% effective, that just means it wasn't very good fighting the vaccine or the virus to begin with, because this vaccine was rushed. We don't have an isolated strain of coronavirus of the COVID. I mean, they say there's variants, but no one's really isolated it to the point where they can make a vaccine that's 100%. You've seen this 90%, 95%. Now Fauci saying it's going to be 80% with these other Cal 20s and 1, 2, 3, 4 variants, and it's just, ugh. Oh, there's Pete Buttplug. God. I'm going to end this video before other things pop up and distract me, but I hope you guys have had a good night. I hope you guys are staying safe out there, and I hope you can survive all the variants coming, because I called it. Perpetual lockdowns are coming. Don't throw away that mask, because you're going to need it until 2024 at this rate. Alright, you guys, have a good night. Take care out there.